When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Yeah, and you can always message us at Ben and Kelly Show if you want us to toss your situation out to our listeners and try to get you some help.
It says, hey, Ben and Kelly, I need you to help me out because I'm having a pretty big moral dilemma.
Okay.
I work with one of my really good friends. We got hired right around the same time, became great friends. Since then, I was promoted to a management position, but not her direct manager. Anyway, I just got information from our company that they were going to go through cutbacks later this year, and her name was on the list.
Oh.
Ugh. This really tears at my heart, but the worst part is that she and her husband are looking at buying a new car this week. And when she and I were talking about it, she told me that it's a little out of their price range, but between her and her husband's jobs, they should be able to manage the payments okay. Now, I feel like I should give her a heads up that she shouldn't buy the car right now, but I know she'll ask why, and I'm not good at lying. So if I don't say anything and she gets let go, she'll know that I knew ahead of time because of my position and will be upset I didn't warn her as a friend. So I just feel compelled to send her a quick text saying to wait a week on buying a new car. I know as a manager, this is part of the job and I want to be professional and not jeopardize my future with the company by doing something careless, but help.
Wow. I think you said later this year. It's later this week.
It's later this week?
Yeah. She wrote, company was going through cutbacks later this week. So yeah, it's a little bit more time sensitive here.
Yes.
I mean, it is tough. It really is. And that's why I'm never friends with anybody I work with because I just keep that wall up, you know? Don't let them in. Don't let them in.
Ow.
I mean, except of you, of course, Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Of course.
The exception.
Yeah.
Listen, Sparky, if they tell me that your time is ending here, I'll let you know.
Yeah, as I'm walking out the door.
Got your back.
Hey, by the way, I think they want to talk to you in the other room. Thanks. Appreciate it.
We laugh because it's traumatic and we've been through it many times around here.
Yeah, I mean, it is, the entertainment business and media.
And it's cutthroat.
Yeah, and so we've
had many friends who didn't get a chance to say goodbye, didn't get a chance to do their last show just on a Wednesday, were escorted out of the building at the beginning of the day.
Yeah,
it's harsh.
It could be anything from, your radio station is changing formats to play different types of music and you're no longer needed. Or, they're wanting to go in a different direction. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Budget cuts have affected many different industries.
So really, it's she's like, I'm not her direct manager. So it's not like but it is, gosh, that's tough. So I don't know. I mean, I know if anybody in HR is listening, they're going to be like, look, you just need to let the process play out the way it needs to play out. You need to just, kind of turn that eye and let them do their thing. Or the
Eric
company
said
do their
maybe
thing.
just tell her there's some cutbacks and you're not sure if her name's on the list, but, just to be safe, you might want to wait a couple weeks to find out what's going on with the company.
Man,
that's good.
But that may be that may put her in a weird position too, because she said because of my position, she's going to know that I know.
Well, then you got to make her pinky swear. Don't tell anybody else. Listen,
okay. Hey, listen, you're going to get fired on Thursday, but don't tell anybody, okay?
Listen, no, but Eric just said, hey, I've heard rumblings of cutbacks in the company.
Yeah.
I don't know who that's going to affect, but just to be safe. And maybe she even puts herself on there and says, I don't know if I'm going to be affected. I don't know if you're going to be affected, but hey, maybe we push pause on any major purchases. I know you've been talking about the car thing, so maybe we just wait and see how this plays out for everybody.
I want to know if anybody's been in this situation specifically where you have been kind of you have had that information ahead of time and what you did and how that affected your friendship at work. Because I think, that's what she's worried about here. Is it affecting her friendship and, seeing her friend, get into a financial bind there. So
yeah, she doesn't want, want her friend to feel betrayed. But at the same time, I mean, she knows kind of the rules of how that's supposed to go under the company.
All right. So 502-571-9970. group therapy. This may be one of the most difficult group therapies we've had in a while because of the moral dilemma. She found out one of her good friend's job is about to change and probably a part of a cutback later this week. And she feels compelled to warn her because she's getting ready to buy a new car.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people chiming in, like from the management standpoint, like Kimberly, as a manager, you can't disclose information like that. You could be in breach of some company policy and could be let go. Now, others like Katie are like, I would inform her the company would be making cutbacks and anyone's job, including hers, could go. I wouldn't tell her that you know who is being let go.
Yeah, Carla's all like, I was recently an HR director. Told we were being bought, but couldn't tell anybody. It was hard enough not telling employees, but two of them were my sister and brother. My sister asked me about taking another job, and my son told me he wanted to buy a car, but I couldn't tell them. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, wow. That's family.
But then cautions from an HR director, don't say anything.
Oh, wow.
So, Rob, you've got a story as to why she should keep her mouth shut, right?
I was in the exact position several years ago where I used to work.
Yeah.
So I ended up knowing that this office was going to be consolidated with another.
Yeah.
And the opportunity for this person to take a lateral move existed. And I encouraged her to do that because there was uncertainty with her job. HR took that as going against or like saying something when they had said, you cannot say that this, these clinics are going to be consolidating.
Yeah.
But I didn't explicitly say this is happening. I said, if I was in your position, this is what I would do. That threading the needle attempt did not work, and I got fired for doing that. And they said to this person, when they came to her saying, am I going to lose my job? They told her no. And then she lost her job a couple weeks later.
Wow.
So they really did not allow threading the needle, any conversation about it, and I lost my job, and she lost hers when she was assured she wouldn't.
Wow. Okay, so yeah.
I don't think speaking up is the right thing to do. Morally, I think it's the right thing to do. I don't think the company is going to take it that way, and then both would get fired. However, where I am now is 100 times better than where I was, so I'm much better off. So,
blessing in disguise, right, Rob?
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a little bitter, but I wouldn't speak up unless she wants to risk losing her job, too.
Some good points. Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Is this Andrew, the Love Doctor?
You got it, brother.
Hey, so what's your thought on this?
Well, I think Kelly kind of hit the nail on the head earlier, is that you can kind of have a conversation and go, hey, there's some stuff going on, some custody. Have you heard anything about it? I don't know much about it. Just, kind of worries me a little bit. To kind of play it off. The HR way would be don't say anything at all, but if her friend knows that she's going to know, and she's not good at lying, her friend's going to be ticked off at her down the road anyway. It's not going to matter. So just have a conversation, but if push comes to shove, she never had that conversation, if you know what I mean. Say, hey, just by chance, this is what I'm hearing. Are you hearing anything? I'm really worried, about the cuts that are happening. Have you heard anything? Blah, blah, blah. Just be very generic about it.
All right, so let's keep in mind that you are a love doctor and not necessarily an HR doctor. So it's a grain of salt, right?
I wear many hats, brother.
Oh, okay. All right, Andrew, the Love Doctor. Thank you, man.
Keep on loving.
All right, you too.
I trust him. I think he's mostly because he tells me that I hit the nail on the head.
I think it's funny.
The thing is, you have to think about, all right, what's more important? Is your friendship going to last, like, past maybe the job? And, I feel like integrity comes into play. Now, that said, a lot of these, managerial, testimonies kind of scare me.
It doesn't
corporate can be
ruthless.
just
And
cutthroat.
yeah, and I was going to say it doesn't. Like if you're in management and every HR director and manager that is saying kind of the same thing, it sucks, but you can't say anything. But I would definitely not put anything in a text.
No,
definitely
I think this
not
is
put anything in a text.
like you go to lunch, you go off, premises, you have a little like, hey.
No, you're like,
I kind of like the way they put it. Like, and maybe this is why I've never been in management. First of all, one, I would cry. Two, I wouldn't be able to not tell. I would have to say, listen, I can't tell you, like, I just feel like something's happening. So maybe, I'd try to give a generic warning.
Kelly, this is what I would do.
You cannot tell. And it's a pinky promise.
If this, okay, so I am in management, but if I had like such a great friend that I worked with and this person was getting ready to make a big life purchase, like a house or a car or something, like a car, especially like in this situation, I would go, listen, don't buy the car this week. And they say, and they would say, why?
Why?
And I would say, because I hear they're having a blowout sale next week. Right? You don't want to miss the sales.
Big summer blowout.
There is a big winter. They're getting rid of all their last year's models. Everything must go next week. So you gotta hang out.
So trust me. Wait for the sale.
Wait for the sale.
Yeah. That's a good angle.
I don't know. I really would caution against like dipping your toe into telling her that she's going to get let go. Like I would caution against doing that. And especially,
but then
don't
when
send
the
a text.
hammer falls and she comes to you saying, "Did you know about this?" Then what do you say?
Then you go, "Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't." All right. Anyways, we could. I'm just going to say, don't tell. I'm saying, don't tell.
I'm kind of team try to gently encourage in a generic way.
Thread the needle? Like Rob's situation, thread the needle? Is that what you're saying?
Push pause a little on the purchase. Just because I heard some stuff. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Maybe. That's probably why I'm not in management. I'm not in management. I never have been. Never want to be.
I mean, it's happening this week, so let us know. Maybe Monday what happens and how you approached it. All right?
Maybe.
Good luck.
You send the podcast of this conversation, and then your hands are completely out of it, right?
Have you heard Ben and Kelly? Yeah, they're talking about this weird situation. Interesting, huh? All right, that's group therapy.